Hey guys, Rourke's Productions here with a brand new video. Today will be a special video because I'm going to be doing a review of one of the old Matoran Bionicles. So this is Macku from when they stopped doing the little tiny Matoran and started doing somewhat bigger sets for the Matoran. Keep in mind these guys are still small, but in comparison to what they were, they're more. So yeah, the reason why I'm reviewing this set is because one day I was just looking on eBay because I randomly thought, you know what, I actually don't own any of the other Coley, I'm going to call them Coley Matoran, because that's what these ones are, where they had the function of you'd spin the back and they'd use their Coley sticks. I only owned the old McDonald's Matoran, and I thought, you know what, I don't own any Macku figure, so I'd look that one up. So I was looking it up, and while I was looking it up, someone actually put this one up. I got it for a pretty good price. I think it was $15 in total. And yeah, for most of the used ones were around that price, so I figured might as well just do it and get a sweet, although it's somewhat damaged, the box is still in fairly good condition. No tears or anything, just kind of crunched. So yeah, without any further ado, other than me explaining what it is that happened, I will go on to the review now. So, on the front of the box, we have a nice picture of Macku playing Coley. There also is what appears to be Hafu, and over here, it seems as though, I don't know if you can see this, but it looks like there's Kongu in the background. No one hiding on the other side. And the age suggestion was just 7 and up. The set number was 8586. It contains 25 pieces. Got a little Lego advertisement. This is Bionicle up there. www.bionicle.com. On the top of the box it says that. It says something in Matoran here, which is just it's H-O-A-U. So I feel like they were trying to spell how, which is the mask Tahu wears, but they just failed. And then they also have some writing down here. I'll get into that in a second, but on this side we have the showing of how if you spin the back like a Toa, it would do its little play function. On the side, I already showed this side. Then on the back, we have another big thing that says Bionicle. Just got to put the Bionicle logo all over here. Then it shows the 6 standalone Matoran, which are Kopik, which is set number 8581. We have Hafu over here, who is 8585. That's a pretty cool one. Just for the numbers, I mean. And his name is Hafu. I already went over that now that I say that. Then we have Huki, who is 8584. Macku, who I already have gone over. Matoro, who is 8582. And then Holly, 8583. And there were 2 other ones, which were Takua and Jala. But they didn't put them on the back of here, I assume just because they're not part of these Matoran, they were part of bigger sets. So then down here we've got just a nice picture showing you how if you were to use all of them, you could combine them to make 4-armed Matoro and a little dog giraffe thing. So as I was saying down here, this is the Matoran language, but it actually doesn't. It has a letter that I do not recognize for it. Unless, of course, it's just supposed to be a slash, but I believe it also has like a little slanted T. But actually, after I'm done recording this, I'll put something down below to say if I've been able to figure out or not. If there's nothing, then it's still just gibberish for the Matoran language, but if not, I'll put it down. Alright, so now I'm going to open up this set, build it, and talk about it. So I would suggest, if you don't enjoy watching old sets get opened, I suggest you stop watching this video and just pretend that this never happened. But yeah. So once Macku has been built and opened, this is what it will look like, or she will look like. So, first of all, I would just like to say, for being my first Ga-Matoran, I think it's a pretty good set. I'm gonna kind of spoil the review right now and say that. But, yeah. So, first up, I'll go over some of the more notable things, and I'll kind of go over articulation and everything. First of all, she has a blue version of Vakama's mask. So, you know, if you have him next, it's just a blue version of it. The color scheme is light blue and the galley blue. The gear function is, if you do it, it will swivel the torso back and forth. This is actually very similar to the 2016 Toa, where if you do this, and it's also very similar to the Rakshi, but I didn't have Rakshi near me. I did, however, have Tahu. So yeah, that's really it for the... Oh, and lastly, the feet are still the same mold as the McDonald's Tahunga or Matoran, whatever you want to call them. So, yeah. As far as articulation goes, the feet have the ability to swivel back and forth, like that. They can move up and down. So if you wanted to, you could get some cool poses, but just because of the fact that it uses pins to connect, you can't get that too many good poses where you'd be able to stand. But you know what, it works well enough, especially for a set of this time. And then obviously you have articulation in the torso. Then you have the little bow rock arms, so fairly nice amount of articulation there. And the head cannot move, so really you just have arms, hands, torso, swiveling in the legs, and then spinning at the feet. That being said, though, as far as some other ones from around this time go, where although this one's about a year or so older, I mean, it's quite an improvement from feet and feet. Although, you know, they have the little play function. It's a pretty good thing. Yeah, so next up, this is something that I was very excited to get with this set, which is the Coolie staff or hammer thing. So, first up, it has 2 pins so that you can connect it at both hands, so that you can kind of have them holding it like you would a broom or something of that sort, where you have to have one end of it on the ground. The hammer is pretty sweet. Reminds me a lot of Wenoa's staff, except in silver and not brown. Actually, before, when I would play Coolie with figures that I had, other than any of these ones, I would use Wenoa's staff. And as far as the scooper part that they have on the Coolie staffs, this one is more of a claw than a highlight glove or highlight thing like it's supposed to look. But, you know, it's fine. Looks pretty cool. Here is the ball, air quotations. It's a wheel, actually, with this set. Still pretty cool. If you wanted to, you can put it in the hand. I'm just using the box as a nice pedestal for it. So if you really wanted to, I feel like if you got good at it, you could hit it around. Here we go. You can't even see it, but yeah. And here's what it looks like when you have them linked with both hands. I feel like they should have maybe placed this other pin a little bit further away, just so that it didn't look so cramped. But that being said, overall, it is just a really cool looking set. I love the color scheme. And this is actually, to much of Bionicle fans' chagrin, the year that we got the blue pins, which would then become the standard, because this set has a brown pin, or a tan pin, which, although it is a bit different, then we later on got different colored pins and such, but still. This is the first start of us getting the dreaded blue pin that would go in every set. Thankfully, it's not the red pins yet. Those, I believe, were with the Mari that it became the standard to do red pins. So yeah, I for one personally think this is a very cool set. If you're lucky enough to get it for a cheap price, I would suggest definitely doing that if you don't own any of them. Or if you're trying to complete your collection of them, then yeah, definitely go and get it. A very cool set indeed. You can smack some people around like that. So yeah, I overall would suggest it. And yeah, not really much more to say about this set other than it's pretty cool. And if you can find it and get it, get it. This has been Rourke's Productions. See ya.